Bergkamp. Magnificent. Drifted away from Claude. Henry. And it's Arsenal. Arsenal, let's see. It's my fault, let's see. It's time to go.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to wherever you are in the world. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Welcome to the Claude and the Banstas for our transfer gossip show. Nuno Tavares, I think I'm pronouncing that right. I mean, some people might say that's wrong, but Tavares is apparently a done deal and our first signing for Arsenal, and we'll be delving into that. Obviously, I have got my partner in crime, my brother from another mother, the person that is too good looking to be on radio. That's why he's on this YouTube channel. Diesel, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well.
See how hard it is, a mixed race man blushing, but you just made me blush.
I thought it was a suntan, but there you go.
Yeah. No, it's the lamp. Yeah, all good, mate. All good. How are we all? Do you know what? It's nice. Isn't it nice to do a stream about Arsenal?
Yes.
For a change. It's been a while, isn't it? As much as this club winds us up at times, we do feel a little bit lost without it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's nice to get back to what we know best. Nice to finally do a stream where we don't have to wing it. Well, me, anyway. But, yeah. Oh, look, we've got some ladies in the chat. Emma Cullen, thank you very much. First time watching this channel. She's probably took one look at it and thought, oh, stop that, turn it off. No, Emma, stay with us. Stay, please. You'll like it. You'll enjoy it. Banter. Promise you. And all the guys in the chat will make you feel welcome as well. So, there you go.
One big family here, isn't it, Diesel? One big family.
Exactly that, yeah. Exactly that.
You all good, though? You all good, mate, before we jump into it?
Yeah, no. Listen, I'm all set, mate. I'm all set. It's I've heard the stories, the rumours, the rumour mill, Fabrizio Romano. He is one person who, if it comes from him, I tend to believe it, if I'm honest. Very, very rarely gets it wrong. So listen, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty excited, mate. So yeah.
No,
get into it.
Say them words.
Get
Did you
into
just
it.
say them words? You're pretty excited, right? Let's go.
Hang on. Let me tell you why. Big up to who was that? Who put that as well? That was nice.
That was Realist TV.
Top guy always speaks the truth. Realist TV, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. Lovely comment. Lovely. I think you are a minority, though, but thank you very much. But,
I don't think so. I think he's a majority.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. No, thank you, mate. Really, no, I appreciate that. No, the reason why I say excited, because I did see something from Fabrizio earlier on. Not just about this, about the Tavares. I'm trying to find it, but he did actually say signings plural.
Yes.
S on the end. Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Signings incoming, yeah? So and whenever he puts that, here we go. That's when you know, right, something's bubbling up here, something's going on. So yeah, listen, we just have to wait and see. This is a done deal, but well, we're going to get into this anyway. But yeah.
Well, let's just quickly get to it. Obviously, you've just said about Romano. This is what he's put. He's put Nuno Tavares to Arsenal, done deal, and here we go. Here we go. Confirmed. Paperwork to be signed today between Arsenal and Benfica board for 8 million plus add-on fees. Interest started during Guendouzi talks with Benfica. Tavares was part of a potential swap deal, but Matteo wants to join Olympiacos, apparently. So, Diesel, £8 million, looks like a backup left back for Tierney. Obviously, I would imagine that a lot of us don't know a lot about him. Let's be real. I think we'll all hold our hands up. But like most people, when these rumours come about, a lot of us go over and look at the combinations of that people put out with the videos. I've got to admit, what I've seen of him, he's very pacey, very fast. He likes coming out from the back. He's good on the ball. He drives forward straight away. And if you look at and compare him with Ben White, it just shows you that there's a trend what Arteta is looking for in defenders, because Ben White looks exactly the same prospects and all. That is just my opinion. I know a lot of people won't agree with that and say, "Oh, come on, Terry, blah blah blah, you're just trying to do that." But that is my opinion, Diesel. What's your feeling on Tavares, and what do you think?
Yeah, look, I don't think there's anyone, myself, you, or anyone in this chat who can honestly hold their hands up and say, "Yep, I watch him every single week. I know what he's about." So the first thing that we do, rightly or wrongly, the first thing we do is we go to YouTube and we check out clips and stuff. And we've done that for. Listen, many players over the years who have flopped at this club, and Javinho was one. We've done it with a few others as well, where on the clips they look absolutely amazing, very Messi-esque or Ronaldo-esque, but you can't. Do you know what? For 8 million, you can't go wrong. And I think what it is as well. Let's not forget, right? What we've seen of him. I'm not being funny, so he looks like an exciting player. I said this to you before. I'm not really interested in. I'm not fussed. Obviously, it'd be nice if it happens, but I'm not fussed about whether they don't have to be 70, 80, 90 million pound players. We need players, don't get me wrong, but let's just focus on the right players. And I've said this to you, and listen, you'll back me up on this. I've always said I don't really care whether they're 10 million, 20 million, 7, 8 million, as long as they are the right players. And we do have this sort of tend to have a snobbery in this fan base of, well, he's 8 million. He can't be all that if he's 8 million. Do you know what I mean? There will be that. There's going to be that. Well, no one's ever heard of him. He can't be all that. Well, listen, Arsenal are one of very few clubs who, over the years, have got in players who none of us have heard of, and they've ended up being absolute class. He's coming in as an understudy to Tierney, right? But let's have it right. Tierney's injury record isn't the best, so I would expect to see quite a bit of him, if I'm honest, this season. I think we will. And from what I've seen of him, he's quick, he's pacey, all the ingredients that we need, really. We need pace. I've seen him goes past players, once he's on the ball, there's not many players who can keep up with him. I'm hoping, he's at a club like the Arsenal, very similar to Guendouzi, where that mentality of, oh my God, I'm at Arsenal. Oh my God. I'm willing to die for this club. I'm at the Arsenal. I hope it's, he's got that kind of, he realises where he is, and he realises he's at a big club. And obviously, but let's not get it twisted. The hard work starts now. Don't rock up here and think you've made it. So. But look, it's young, exciting. We need youth. It'd be a nice blend when you look at the Emil Smith-Rowes, the Bellerins. Sakas as well. So, yeah, from what I can see, I've not seen much. And obviously, we've got to see him in the flesh, and I'm sure we're going to judge him very quickly. You know what we're like. But from what I have seen, I've got to be honest, for 8 million, you can't go wrong. Even if he has an average season, you can probably double your money on him. Do you know what I'm saying? So, if it did come to that, obviously, yeah. So, it's not like we've broken the bank. This could be an absolute smart, shrewd bit of business. If it flops, all right, we're 8 million. It's 8 million, right? Yeah. The worst you do is probably get your money back, yeah? But on the flip side, this could turn out to be shrewd and a smart bit of business. So, listen, we've got to give credit where credit's due, so I'm excited.
I'm excited. Let's get to the super chat quickly before I say my bit, mate.
The signature, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. That's the first one tonight. Joe, it's funny because I've actually got a sirloin steak in the fridge. I wouldn't go and get it, but be unprofessional. So yeah, the signature. Thank you very much, mate. Great buy. Just need to see if Arteta can get the best out of them. Looks like we will go for the right players in the right positions. Hope you're well. Yeah,
thank you very
exactly.
much. All well, mate.
Exactly.
All well. Listen, do you know what? You know what I was shocked at, Diesel, to be honest, was obviously that we was signing a young player. Obviously, you know, he's 21 years old. I think he is. He looks good, like you said. He looks very, very pacey. Let's be real. He looks very pacey. He goes past people, like you said. He's very good on the ball. I'm quite shocked to see that. Why is Arteta not buying this player? It obviously means that Tierney's going out on loan or we're selling him. I'm quite shocked that we haven't none of that.
I heard that as well. I heard he's coming to replace Tierney. Tierney's going to Leicester, isn't it?
or Aston Villa, because obviously we can't afford these players anymore. I was quite shocked, to be honest. I was quite shocked. I was quite shocked to even see that. Oh, this means that Saliba is definitely going out on loan and we're selling him now. Do you know this is what I don't understand. You know what I mean? Is that we all keep saying, oh, sorry, go on, mate.
No, so apologies, Omar. Terence was doing his hair. That's why we was 5 minutes late.
Got to do the wrap over. You know what I mean? You got to do the wrap over. I just hide the baldness while I've got the hair.
I've got on it.
Yeah, no, but listen, we've all been calling that we need a left back not replacement, for cover for Tierney, because we all know that Tierney, we're all hoping to get at least 3/4 of a season out of him, Diesel. We haven't got that yet, but he looks a good young backup player who, you know what I mean, as you just said, can work with the likes of Smith Rowe, Saka, Saliba if he comes in, Ben White, you know, great young players. I think we're building for the future, Diesel.
Yeah, look, it's still a long way off from what we need, from what we require at the club. Yeah, so I'm not going to get too excited. To be honest, you know, there's no shame in saying, right, you know, first and foremost, you know, we're Arsenal fans, so just seeing a new signing rock up at the club, you know, as a fan, you get excited over that. You know, it's irrelevant whether you know of the player or not. At the end of the day, it's exciting. You know, you got someone new like coming to the club. You know, let's be real. You know, of course it's a bit of a buzz. You know, obviously, you know, we're in an era now where obviously social media is so accessible to us. So, you know, the first thing anybody does, even people who deny it, you know, they're lying to you. You know, everyone does it. Everyone goes onto YouTube and types his name in and watches clips of him. You know, he's of interest now to us because obviously, you know, he's coming to the Arsenal. So we're going to take an interest in him. You know, we're going to have a look at videos and clips of him and see what he's about. The first thing that I noticed was his pace. You know, and I love a bit of pace. You know, in this league, pace is so key now. And you know, I'm not being funny. We needed, and look, we've covered it on this channel before, Tel. You know, when you look at the problem areas that we need to address, left back is definitely one of them. You know, because do we trust Tierney to stay injury free all season? I don't. You know, so if he's out, you know, all this playing Granit Xhaka at left back and all that nonsense, right? You know, we've now got a player there who looks, judging by these clips, good enough to, you know, come in, slot in. But listen, you know, whatever we see on YouTube, Tell, you know, the real test is obviously seeing him in the flesh in an Arsenal shirt. For all we know, he could come and he can absolutely flock, and he could be poor. It's happened before. It will happen again. But you know, I don't really want to think like that because that's just too negative. You know, for me, I think we need to get behind him. You know, he's only a young kid as well. He's going to obviously make mistakes, and I think we've got to be a bit, you know what I mean, a bit sort of patient with him. You know, he's not coming in to obviously start, is he? But I do expect him. I think he'll play a decent amount of games though this season. I really do. I don't think Tierney's going to, you know, stay injury free. At times he will be injured, so he's going to come in. From what I've seen, he just looks exciting. You know, just pacey, and obviously he can dribble. Knows how to carry the ball if need be. Because I'll be honest, at first, from what I saw, I thought he was more of a left winger. Then I realised he was a left back, and I thought, Claude, you know what? If need be, if it really come to it, we could maybe push him up further forward. You know, it reminds me a little bit of like, you know, like what Tottenham did with Gareth Bale. He's got the pace, he's got the dribbling ability. So you never know, never know. But yeah, let's not overcomplicate it. So, but that's what I'm saying. But if need be, so look, there's options there. My whole thing is get this done. I'm sure it is done now. It's just a matter of the club announcing it. Once that's done, my whole thing is done. Great bit of business, 8 million, lovely. Right, next. Move over, Nuno. You're here. Right, Arsenal. Next. Who's next? Get that done. Bang. Signed up. Great. Next. And get these players out. So that's all we can. That's all we can hope for, mate.
No, I totally agree, mate. If look, I mean, I'm not saying to people like you just said. Obviously, we're a little bit excited. You know what I mean? We want Arsenal. We can't wait for them to be back, Diesel. You know what I mean? Even though they do drive us mad sometimes or whatever. But at the end of the day, like you just said, £8 million for a backup left back. We've already got a fantastic left back there who we want to be our captain anyway in Tierney. I just don't. I just think some people. Well, not some people. I think a lot of people won't be happy no matter what happens at Arsenal. Why Arteta's there, to be honest, because we was linked with Bertrand. You know what I mean? And everyone was up in arms about that as a backup, as a left back, and all things like that.
Yeah, I weren't that.
I'm not saying
yeah.
I'm saying in general, but it's just one of them things. Like I mean, we've gone out, we've got someone in quick by the looks of it. He's a young, enthusiastic player by the looks of it. I'm very with them videos. I'm very impressed with the way that he just glides through, like you just said. To be honest, like Gareth Bale does, he just glides through past players. And if we can get half of that at this age for him at the moment, I think that'd be a brilliant bit of work done by Arsenal. And if we can get Ben White with him, I think they look very similar. The way that they when they're on the ball, they're very confident. They don't mind driving forward. We could be defending and then straight on the attack with two players like that, with how quick they are and how quick-minded they want to get forward, Diesel.
Yeah, it's like even like big up to Daniel Anderson. Even he's saying it's a very smart signing. Did you know he's actually right-footed, so he can cover both fullbacks? So and we all know Arsenal. We know they love a utility player. But do you know what? Right, just touching on what you said there about Arteta. Yeah, like listen, and you're right. By the way, there are a lot of fans who no matter who we buy, they're not gonna get behind this manager. And to be honest, I'm probably one of them, because as much as I'm sitting here, my whole thing is this, right? My whole thing is this. It's not for us. So this is where I disagree with you a little bit, right? Because Arteta's done a lot more wrong in his reign at Arsenal than he has done right. That's just my opinion, right? But also, it's for him to gain our trust. It's not the other way around, and that is where I think a lot of fans get that mistaken. Yeah, he's come in, right, and it's not his fault he hasn't managed before. It's not his fault he was offered, the job. I would have taken it, so would you have, right? Every person in the chat would have taken it. It's a dream job. Of course you would. So I'm not on it in for that. My whole thing is how he's performed during the season, right? I'm not saying that, like as you say, like a top class manager, we'd win the league, but with the squad he's got, he should be doing a lot better than 8th. Yeah. So for me, he's still got his job. My opinion, he should have been sacked. He hasn't been, so he's got a stay of execution, right? So he's going into next season's as our manager still. But my whole thing is, he can come and go. We're always going to be here as fans. It's our club. We love the club. It's ours. That's how I look at it. It's our club. It's not for us to, no matter what this man does, we have to, instill our trust in him. He's got to earn it from the fans. That's how I look at it. So next season, if he's doing the business, I've got no issue. Same as everyone else, turning around saying, do you know what? Got to be honest. He's doing the business. Maybe I was a bit harsh. Do you know what I mean? But until that happens, he's got to give me a reason for me to sit here and say, oh, actually, Till, you know what? Yeah, and at the moment, he hasn't. Yeah. So he has to earn, it's not so much he has to earn our trust. So that's how I look at it. He's not an Arsenal man, by the way. We're Arsenal people. He's not. So he's got to do a lot more than Tavares for me. It's all right getting all these players, but I think it might have been Chris Davidson who put it, can we trust Arteta with this signing? Well, that's another thing, isn't it? You know, it's right, us getting all these players but they've got to be coached. You know, they're entering a league which is alien to them. And let's be honest, bigger and better players have flopped. So exciting as it is, but like I said to you weeks ago, I'm now looking at the coaching. I'm looking at the coaching because there are some players who are better than what they're showing us at the moment at this club. And that's down to the coaches. That they have to earn their money. So let's see. You know?
No, I understand where you're coming from, Diesel. I totally do. And I totally get what you're talking about. Me personally, I think some players that have been there for far too long at the club, they need to go. They are going. And obviously, we've got the young breed of Arsenal players coming through. They actually shone in the last 6 months of last season. They can't do it on their own. Obviously, we had Partey and Gabriel that come in that had not a great start to their career, if you know what I mean, with COVID and coming into a new league and all things like that. Hopefully, obviously, of what I look at and what I see, I hope it all comes together next season. If it doesn't, then, like I said, by Christmas, I will be turning Diesel. So we will see. Let's move on to...
Hang on, and do you know what? No, sorry, I was just going to say, right, Lone Star, right, has got a point here because but look, what's all this backup lark? I don't want someone coming in warming benches. I want someone coming in challenging for a start, right? And that's another thing, right? He's got a point there because Tavares, listen, as much as we all love Tierney, right, if he has got the right mindset, and I'll keep going on about it, the psyche, right? If he comes in and is not overawed by it, because Arsenal's a big club, so this young player coming in, he's now at a big club. I know we're not moving like one, but we are a big club, right? We always will be a big club, right? That's a fact. You know, but he's got to come in. If he's got the psyche of, you know, all right, it's going to take a bit of time, but every time I get minutes, I am busting a gut, right? So I want to put that manager in a position where he has got a tough choice on who to call on at left back, you know, that game on Saturday. Yeah, so I'm saying that's what he needs to do. So if he's got the mindset, I'm going to come and I'm just going to help out when Tierney's not, you know, when Kieran's out. No, I'd rather have someone who's, listen, all right, he's number one at the moment. Give me a bit of time. Watch what I do. I'm going to take it away from him. Do you know what I mean? That and tell if he does that, I'll tell you something. We got two because Kieran Tierney, he's got that mindset. If this guy's got it, I'll tell you what, we are sorted at left back. Do you know what I mean?
Diddle, no, I totally get it. And Lone Star, you're right. What we mean by backup is obviously at the moment we know that Tierney is our number one, don't we? We all know that. That's what I'm saying. We want him to be captain, and the reason why we say backup is because at the minute, as we all know, Tierney doesn't look like he can go through a whole season at the moment. We can't rely on him to play every single game. I wish we could. Everyone wishes we could, but we need players who we can rely on coming on straight off the bench or in second place. And if he comes in and does that, like you said, Diesel, with the right mentality, thinking that, you know what I mean, I know Tierney's number one at the moment, but I'm going to take that off of him. Like you said, unbelievable. We left back will be absolutely cemented for a few years. Let's move on with this one, Diesel, because obviously Romano has tweeted about him too, in more or less the same tweet, and that is Arsenal are set to complete both Nuno Tavares and Lokonga signing in the next few days, confirmed, and here we go soon. Lokonga will join for 17.5 million plus add-ons. What is your thoughts on this one, Diesel?
Yeah, it's another one. I'm excited about. Now, this player I know a little bit more about, and I think I said to you on the stream before that I know a few people who actually watch him on a regular. So obviously, my first thought was speak to them, and even they've said, "I'll tell you what, if Arsenal can pull that off, they are getting a right good player there, and it's a player. Obviously, he's a midfielder." Very good on the ball, very athletic, very strong. Most of all, he puts a shift in. He likes to work hard. He gets over the pitch, all about the pitch. He's not a passenger. He's not lazy. And again, again, let's be honest, it's not big money. Do you know what? I've seen a few things on social media, right, from people saying, "Oh, what's going?" All they're seeing, right? We have a lot of fans in this fan base, right, who just look at price tags, right?
Yeah.
Now, but these same fans are the ones who praise Leicester, right, because Leicester find these hidden gems. Yeah. Right, and they pick up these gems for more or less next to nothing in football terms, right? Yet when we do it, it's a problem, Exactly. And do you know what I mean? And and I look at it. Don't go on price tags. I don't. And obviously, if we're going to sit here and name examples of top players who, at the time, I mean, like Robertson, for example. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because how many people say, "Well, he can't be that good." I mean, he got his team relegated. They say about Max Aarons, Buendia, yeah. Robertson got relegated with Hull. Liverpool picked him up. Now look, he's one of the top 3 left backs in world football, not just the league. He is in my opinion anyway. But you know what I mean? So it's I don't look at price tags still. I don't look at price tags. I've said it before. Young, hungry players, right? Now we have a history of getting like David Luiz. Peter Cech, players who are at the twilight of their career, or their careers are done. They've achieved everything in the game. They've won all there is to win. But they fancy a couple, more years of earning over 100 grand a week, and they want to stay in London because their kids go to the school in London down the road. I know what I'll do. I'll go to Arsenal, put my feet up. Right, that's what we're used to. Let's be real. We are right. Yeah. Now, what we're seeing at the moment is obviously Tavares. Right, young, hungry, hopefully, right, coming in, young player who can be moulded, right. Lokonga's another one, yeah, young, and because no one's heard of them, doesn't necessarily mean they're crap, right? Doesn't mean they're crap. Let's be honest, a lot of us only watch the Premier League. Anything that goes on outside of it, we're not really privy to, are we? Let's be honest, we're not, right? So, again, from what I've seen of him and from what I've heard of him, we're getting ourselves a very, very good player. I don't know what more to say. I've said to you before. The midfield for me is the site. It's the part of the team that requires the most surgery as well. Yeah. What I'm hoping is, look, he's going to address that with Lokonga. I still think we need possibly, if we get him over the line, I still think we need another 2 midfielders. I do. But yeah. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure where we are at the moment with Ben White, although I think that will be wrapped up pretty soon. I think that's going to be done. So yeah, if we get Ben White, albeit I'm not happy with the price at all. I think they're having their pants down over that, but. Look, it's Arsenal, isn't it? So you're looking at Ben White, Tavares, and Lokonga, 3 decent signings. I'm not a massive fan of Ben White, but as people keep telling me, he's decent. So yeah, let's see. But we're getting blood intel. Normally we're used to last day of the transfer window. We get panic buys. So let's be honest. If I'm being honest, I'm sitting in there. It's a nice change of pace. Hearing quite early on in the window, I might add, from Romano that obviously signings are incoming. So as an Arsenal fan, we don't often have that, do we? In the summer transfer window, we have to wait until the very last week, right? Yep. Everyone else is getting their business done. We're the ones who are normally taking our time, So let's give a bit of credit here. It's nice, obviously, that we're getting some young, energetic, hungry players in. Yeah. Craig Malloy. Oh, yeah, go on, Tom.
Go on, you read it out, mate.
I have a sip of my coffee while you're doing
that. Craig is saying, Terry Diesel, apologies for missing yesterday's watch-along. I'm not in a good place at the moment. Listen, Craig, never apologise, mate, because we all know that life gets in the way sometimes. Yep. We've all got family and, and work and God knows what. So never apologise, mate. But thanks for being one of our, one of our main supporters, like a lot of yous. We really appreciate it. Craig, whenever you feel down, always come into the chat, mate. The chat will look after you. This is a great family here. And also our DMs are always open. You know that, Craig. You're one of the best in here. Thank you very much for all your support, like everybody else. And like we said, if we can help or the family can help, just come in all the time, and we'll try and help you as much as we can, mate. Stay strong, yeah? Stay strong.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what? I don't, because I know, bless him, AJ in the chat as well, you know, and Warren, you know, off the top of, you know, my head, I know 3 of you guys, obviously, you know, got a lot going on at the moment. Never, ever apologise if you miss a stream. You know, honestly, it's not that deep, guys. Family comes first, and it always does, you know.
And your health.
Yeah, exactly. Family and health. So yeah, don't ever apologise for missing it or whatever, because 9 times out of 10 you're in here anyway. If you miss one because you've got something going on, never ever a problem. Trust me. Contrary to certain people's opinions, don't think because you missed one stream I'm going to block you. I'm not that bad. So yeah, don't worry, Craig, you're safe. But I get that in. But now listen, Craig, now look, all joking aside, you know, we're all here, you know, like we're here every single week. Same as the guys in the chat, and look, you know, nothing but love in the chat. We very rarely get any issues or dramas in the chat. Trolls, yeah, every now and again, but the regulars here, they all look out for one another, and you know, so anything you need at all, Craig, or you want to chat or anything at all, mate, if it helps, share it. Yeah, if it helps. Sometimes that's the problem. Yeah,
like the BT ad, it's good to talk, mate.
Exactly.
A problem shared is a problem after, as they say. So just, you know what I mean? It's always good to talk and get it out there, and don't keep it inwards, mate. Look, I don't really know a lot about Lukongo. He's young. I've listened to what Diesel says. He sounds like he's a good young player coming in. We need a defensive midfielder. The one thing I will say is that the Belgium team speak highly of him. I know Vincent Company has come out and said what a great buy he would be. He's an up-and-coming, great defensive midfielder. So if you go and buy all what they've said, he looks like a great prospect. Like I said, I can't really go too deep into it because I've not really seen him at all. I've seen the videos of him. He does look good. But like Diesel said earlier on, you know, you can look at these videos sometimes, 10 minutes, you can put whatever you want in, couldn't you? You know what I mean? Of all the good stuff. And yet he's got like 21 years of bad stuff. So, you know what I mean?
You know what? I saw a video, right? I saw clips of Yaya Sanogo. And I was like, oh my God, we've got ourselves a baller. God, how wrong was I? Oh, dear.
So, you know, what can we say about him? Yeah, you know, again, I don't think he's going to be our star buy. But for 17.5 million, again, Diesel, it's not a lot of money. So for 2 players coming in, 21 years old, hopefully, not even 25 million spent or 30 million spent. Yes, they're not millions of pounds like everybody wants. You know, if we went out and bought £100 million player, doesn't mean that they're going to come in and absolutely transform us and be an absolute star at Arsenal. So, you know, at the end of the day, Arteta's our manager. The scouting team's there. These are the players they're going for. Let's just hope and pray that they're going to be fantastic for us. That's all we can do at this precise moment, Diesel.
Listen, right, let's just get something clear here, yeah? I said it earlier on, I'll say it again, right? When I say, and look, I'm going to upset a few people right, when I say this, right, but sod it. When I say to you, right, and I've said it to you many a time, right, as much as I love this club, yes, I coat it off a lot of times, and I do, right, because, you know, when you've tasted steak, you know, to go back to an hamburger is very, very hard. And we're of a certain age where we've seen, you know, the wonderful times with this club, you know, where we, you know what I mean, these players could walk on water, and I mean literally walk on water. I'll never forget when Claude even said, do you remember about Wenger? Do you know what I mean? At one time, Wenger was the man. You know, Claude would have put him in bed with his missus. He would have tucked him in. That's how much. That's how lauded, and obviously tongue in cheek. But you know what I'm saying, right? So to go from that to this, it's very, very hard for some of us old school fans, right, to stomach.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
So, you know, but then, you know, there's a lot of fans who are obviously young, you know, a lot younger, who obviously only know obviously from the Arsene Wenger era, right? We know, yeah, and I've said it before. It's all there, you know, the infrastructure, right? Certain things need to be tweaked, but let's be honest. You've got the makings of an absolute top club. It's you know, it just needs someone to come in and drive it forward. So really shake it up, wake it up, and take it forward. Yeah, right. But the thing is, we know we're not going to have. We know, obviously, you know, Arsenal haven't got bundles of money, right? You know, they've not got the 250, 300 million to splash out this summer, right? So what we've always said is we need to be shrewd, right? And it needs to be clever recruitment, right? Clever recruitment doesn't mean going out spunking 80, 90 million on players. It'd be nice to. And as a fan, you know, we'd love that. Of course we would, right? But at the end of the day, you know, I look at like a Leicester, yeah? I said it earlier when I say Leicester, every season they find gems. They do. And they're cheap, right? No one's heard of them. They come into this league, and I'll tell you something, you know, Leicester are doing what Arsene Wenger used to do. You know, picking up players you've never heard of, moulding them, training them up, and they're ballers in a couple of years. You know, so I look at the players that we're getting now. Tavares, I've never heard of him, Chel. That's not to say he's crap, right? Mm-hmm. He might surprise us, you know. Yeah. Laconga's another one. Again, never heard of him. You know, I've seen a lot more of him than what I have Tavares, and obviously I know people who've seen him on a regular. Not one person has come to me and said he's crap. Yeah. Every person has said to me, "I'll tell you what, Arsenal got a player there. If Arsenal sign him up, they got a player there, right?" So that excites me, and it's clever recruitment. This is what I'm saying. It's clever, it's smart, it's shrewd, and that's how we need to be as a club. Yeah, we need the scouting back. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All this, you know, going off that stat pad or whatever it's called, sod all that. Forget all that. Bring scouts back, decent scouts, who actually use these and watch these players. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what we've done with these two. Yeah. So, you know, listen, there's more to come. As I said, Romano said signings, S on the end, plural. That tells me there's more to come. So, yeah. But also, we need to ship players out. So, as nice as it is seeing players coming in, I want the rest of this deadwood out as well. So, I think we'll probably see that over the next sort of couple of weeks, if I'm honest. But
big up to that guy D. He said, "Big up, Tel. Didn't even see you. Man's blending in with the background. Thanks, mate. I wish I was a player coming to Arsenal and I could put the shirt on and go out there, but it's definitely not going to happen, mate. Everyone would be up in arms if that happened because they'd be fucking ripping into Arteta and then, who is this player? What a shit geezer this is." Yeah, that's what they'd be talking about. So, but I've got breaking news. These all breaking news, and it's going to break a lot of Arsenal fans' heart because just what we're talking about, Diesel. Why ain't we going out spending loads of money? Man United have reached a deal. Breaking news for Jordan Sancho. It's breaking news on Sky Sports now. So a lot of people are going to say, well, there you go. Why ain't Arsenal going out and getting a Jordan Sancho for basically 80, 90 million? This is the type of player we need to go out for. What are your reactions on that, Diesel?
Do you know? Oh God!
Is it because he's a fantastic player that they're buying him? Is it because
he's so good he can't even get a game at the Euros? No, look.
Exactly.
Look, I've said it to you before. I think he's so overrated. I really do. I don't see it. I really don't see it. And I'm not saying he's rubbish. He's a good player. But that's it. He's good. Yeah, he's good. On his day, he can be a very good player, right? But the way people are going on, it's like he's the second coming of like Ronaldo, and he's going to go to Man United and he's the final piece of the jigsaw, and if they get in next season, they're going to win the league, the FA Cup, the Carling Cup, this, that, the other. No, I don't see it. Right? I think Brighton are having their pants down with what's his name?
Ben White.
Ben White. Right? I'll tell you something. I think they're having Man United's pants down with this 100 million. I really do. Listen, when you're Man United, obviously, you always pay a premium. There is a Man United premium on any player. They'll always pay 10 to 15 million pound more than any other Premier League club. That's just a fact. Ben White, thank you, Delwyn. So I forgot his name. but yeah, he's okay. Tell he's good, but if he's that good, I mean, he doesn't even appear. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't think. I think he's very overhyped, and I don't think personally he's going to come in and rip it. Yeah, I really don't. I don't think he will. I don't think he will.
Do you know what? I do agree with you to a certain extent, Diesel. Well, mostly, I really do agree with you. Because if he's that good, why ain't Man City, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Barcelona all sniffing around him? Do you know what I mean? Why aren't they all sniffing around him? I don't understand it. And I remember a couple of years ago, I was having this conversation with a couple of Man United YouTube channels because they was doing exactly the same thing with, what was that? What's that left winger called? The Welsh player. The young kid.
Oh, Daniel James.
I was having an exact conversation with Man United, and they was big in Daniel James. He's going to be the next big star. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. I haven't even heard of him for 2 years. The last time I've really heard of him was in this Euros because he's playing for Wales. So, yeah. I mean, look, Jadon, that Sancho's coming with a bigger reputation. I think the plan was. I think it's a bit different with Daniel James because I'm sure it was Swansea they bought him from, and I don't think he was at first. I don't think he was bought to start games, but he ended up starting games. And to be honest, for the first few months, he was probably their player, their main player. And I think obviously he got found out. Yeah. And he's a young player as well. He needs time. He needs to a big step up from Swansea to Man United. Big step up. But this guy, Sancho, is meant to be the real deal. From what I'm hearing, he's going to slot straight in from game one. He's going to be smashing it. He's going to be, it's the next coming of Ronaldo. That the impact Ronaldo had at Man United. I'm hearing a lot of Man United fans saying, God, forget that. Watch this, man. Watch when he comes in. Sancho, he's going to eclipse what he did. And I'm thinking, do you know what? You guys are on pipe. I don't smoke the reefer.
Do you know what I mean? I'll put it down. But yeah. Oh, God.
Do you know what, for me, Diesel? I don't think there's going to be no middle ground with this player. I think he's either going to come here and he's absolutely going to ball it, if you know what I mean, and do like a Ronaldo, like you said, or he's going to come in and he's going to be like, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Man United have done this with Rashford. They've done this with Greenwood. They've done it, I mean, I think he could go the same way as like a Dele Alli, where he might have a good season first of all, and then that's about it. Look at Pogba. They're bought in for 100 million. What has Pogba done for Man United? Let's be real. What has he done for Man United?
Do you know what? Do you know what? This is why, right? I'm glad you brought that up because this is why I love Roy Keane to bits, yeah? Because I remember Michael Richards was saying, and I do like Michael, by the way, he's funny, right? But when Michael Richards was saying, he's brilliant for France. But Roy was like, yeah, but I'm not interested in France.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm interested in Man United. Do you know what I'm saying? So, it's a similar thing, isn't it? I don't care what they do for and we're going to get onto that Xhaka thing as well, because I know someone mentioned it in the chat earlier on, and I'm a bit wound up with that. They can do whatever they like for their country. What I want to know is, what are they doing for my club?
Exactly.
What are they doing? Not very much, right? And look, Craigie D. Now, look, Craigie D's a Man United fan. 3 years in a row, 30-goal achievement, first player at his age to do it, right? But that's in another league. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, so listen, I can name you examples. I mean, like we've seen it over the years. Players, look, Timo Werner, right? Smashing it where he was. Yeah, come over him. He struggled. And I like Werner. I do think it will eventually come right. I think he's at the wrong club, by the way. But I do think he will crack it, right? But look how many people, right, are coating him off. But yet when he comes to Chelsea, oh my God, they've got themselves a baller. But, right, it can happen, This is a very unforgiving league, right? And don't forget, last time he played here, was it what, Man City in their reserves?
Man City keep him.
You know, and that's what I'm saying. So I look at that and I think, I'm not coating him off. I'm not saying he's rubbish. He's a good player. But the people are saying, oh my God, he's world class. You know, look, we throw that term around so easily nowadays.
Yeah.
He ain't world class, Nowhere near world class. Nowhere near. If he reaches it, good luck to him. Fair play. Nothing against the player. But for how hard Man United have been trying to get him, you know, 2 years now. You know, and do they really need him? They may want him. Do they need him? That's another question. But we'll see when he gets here.
Let's move on back to Arsenal anyway, and let's bring it up because you just brought it up, and that is Xhaka, Diesel. What did you want to talk about Xhaka, mate?
I think I tweeted it the other day, like the short memories that a lot of these so-called Arsenal fans have got. You know, I just don't understand it. He plays a couple of decent games. No, do you know what? In fact, hang on, wait there, because I'm going to read out word for word on my tweet. Because for me, this is absolutely bang on. All I saw on social media was, oh my God, how are we letting this player go for only 20 odd million? You know, we need to keep him, sign him up. Oh my God. Here we go. Look, he plays a couple of half decent games for the Swiss, and all of a sudden, all is forgiven. Yeah. Fake Arsenal fans, and we wonder why this once great club is now in the gutter. Yeah. And I stand by that. He has a couple of decent games for the Swiss, and all of a sudden, most Arsenal fans have forgotten, right, the disrespect. They've forgotten the fact that, you know, if I asked any Arsenal fan, name me 5 good games where he's played and he's ran the game, they couldn't name me 5. I doubt they could name me 2, right? Yeah. It's not a personal attack on Granit. At the end of the day, he's not good enough for this club. I've also openly come out and said in another league, he'd probably be a decent player. He'd be good. And I've said that, right? In a slower league, it wouldn't surprise me if he goes to Roma, right, and he ends up one of their main players. Would not surprise me at all. But that's Roma. I couldn't give a toss about Roma. I care about this club, yeah? He's not good enough for this club, for this league. He's too slow, right? But Arsenal fans are so concerned about how he plays for the Swiss that those 2 decent games he played, he's now doubled, tripled in price, and to hell with it. Let's not even sell him. Let's keep him. Keep him for another season. Are you mad? Do you want this club to progress or not? You know, I don't understand it. Do you know what I'm saying? I know why certain other channels do it, yeah, because it creates traction. It gets arguments going and all that, and obviously they get their subscribers off the back of it. I understand to an extent why they do it. Well, we're not going to do that on here. Right, at the end of the day, we speak truth, you know. So at the end, I don't want him here. He's not good enough for this midfield. He hasn't been. You know, 5 years. Forget what he done to the Arsenal fans. Since he's been here, what has he done? Tell me, what's he done? Yeah, come on, Steve Cotgrove. Couple of plonkers. Come on, son.
I love that, Steve. That's brilliant. That made me giggle. But Diesel, this is, you know what I mean? We've agreed about this for a time now, haven't we, me and you? You know, this is one thing we have agreed on. Xhaka is not a Arsenal player. Let's get this right. He's not an Arsenal player. And in my opinion, he's not a Premiership player. Right? No. It doesn't matter which team he goes to. It is too fast for him. Now, exactly the same thing what I'd said just a minute ago, Diesel. Pogba for France. Absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. For Man United, he's shit. Let's be honest. Let's have it real. Xhaka is in the same thing. For Switzerland, He's absolutely fantastic. He's probably one of their main players in Switzerland, right? For Arsenal and in the Premiership, he has never done it. We have said this for time. Name me 5 games. 5 games. That's all we're asked. 5 games in 5 years that Xhaka has been absolutely outstanding. You can't, right? His time has come. He should never have been in this club. £35 million we paid for him. We're not going to get that back. I'd be happy to get 20 million at the most. If we get 20 million for the most out of him, let's just shake hands, get rid of him, and have done with it. And we've both said, Diesel, we've both said it on numerous occasions, that if he goes to Italy, if he goes to France, one of them sort of leagues, he'll probably tear it up there. He probably will, because it's a lot slower. He'll have a lot more time on the ball. That's fine. If he does that elsewhere, I've not got a problem with it. Not got a problem with it. But I don't want him at my club. It's as simple and easy as that.
Yeah, but it's like, you say that, and it's like you've got all these people coming after you saying, like as if you've just said something so disgusting and toxic. And I don't understand that. Why I don't understand why fans have got such short memories. I just don't get it. Are you really bothered about how he plays for his country? What is that doing for us? It's not doing anything for us. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he'll do that, but then he'll come back in the season if he's still here, right? He's not bringing that form with him, right? He's still going to be the same old Granit Xhaka at the Arsenal. With him, and don't forget, he's very rarely injured, Xhaka, so he starts most games, right? We finished 8th now, 2 seasons in a row, right? And do you know what the funny thing is, right? These people who are sticking up for him are the same people who echo me when I say, out of the team, the midfield is the position that requires the most surgery. And funnily enough, where does he play? In our midfield. Do you know what I'm saying? He doesn't miss a lot of games. He always starts games, right? So he is one of the main problems. People say we won't see the best of Thomas Partey until he gets a decent partner alongside him. Yet these same people, right, are sticking up for Granit Xhaka. Well, hang on a minute, you can't have it both ways. Which is it? Do you know what I'm saying? It's unbelievable. The things people do for likes and retweets. I'll tell you something, they sell their own nan. They would sell their own nan for a like. I'll tell you something, that is the world we're in now, and it is an absolute shame.
100% facts. 100% facts, mate. And that's the one thing I hate about social media and about this world that we've become at the moment. Everything else I love about it, because it's all technology. We've all got to move on. But it's that. They forgot where they've come from, Diesel. But Samuel, you're absolutely right here.
Sorry, mate. Go
on. Where is it? I just wanted to read that. He put the fact that Arsenal signed Xhaka over Kante is a criminal offence itself. Whoever done that deal should have been jailed. Kante is twice the player he is. Well, this is the problem, Samuel, right? This is the problem. Because if you look at the pre-10 year, right, when Wenger come in, absolute baller, like Diesel said earlier, he could walk on water. He could do nothing wrong with Arsenal fans. All of us, we was all behind him. You know what I mean? The players he was bringing in and things like that. Then fast forward to the 10 years after that, right? Him himself come out, not only with this, but with other signings too. I didn't want to sign Kante. I signed Xhaka instead. Now, that is why most of us started going off of Wenger and all. Not only with the results and God knows what was going on, but the players he was signing. That is criminal. You're right, Samuel. Absolute criminal that he done that. I just wanted to, obviously, because a lot, you know what it's like we just said, Diesel, everyone relies on social media nowadays and they take it for 100% gospel and all that rubbish, right? So I'm just going to bring up it's been reported that Roma's general manager, Thiago Pinto, is travelling to Milan in the next few hours to accelerate negotiations with Xhaka. So Milan are trying to come in, apparently, and wreck the deal with Roma. So, all because now he's had one brilliant game for Switzerland the other day in the Euros, Diesel.
Do you know what makes me laugh? Right, we had this with Ozil. Yeah, we had it with Ozil. And there's always a player in it. Like I thought this whole circus thing would have, died down on left, and as soon as Ozil went. And now, obviously, Xhaka's now that one. He's that guy now, isn't he? So, Xhaka's the guy who, he's so misunderstood. Why do people hate him so much? Don't they see what he does for us? Don't they see this? Don't they see that? And I'm like, oh my God. It's like, honestly, this is why I get so animated, because, it's that mentality, innit? It's the mentality. It's like you honestly think this player is good enough. Yet you can't name me 5 games. Do you know, I'll make it easy. Name me 3. Name me 3. Forget the 2. I'll let you off. Name me 3. And even then they're sitting there. Well, there was that one 3 years ago. You can't even name me one recent. Do you know what I'm saying? So why are you sticking up for him? I don't understand. I don't get it. Don't you want... mate, I don't know. I just... short memories tell. Fans are fickle. Let's be honest. Fans are fickle. Short memories. And you know what? I can't wait until Roma come and get this deal wrapped up, because these same people, let's see what they say then. Are they going to be crying their eyes out? Are they going to follow him to Roma and stop supporting Arsenal and go to Roma now?
Right, exactly. Well, quickly, let's move on to Bellerin. There's a lot of rumours coming up fast now about Bellerin. As I said on social media, if you want to read into all these things, let's read into it. You know what I mean? You believe it, so let's go with it. Apparently, GDS and CDS, low-tier sources, are claiming that Inter Milan are moving decisively for Hector Bellerin. What's your thoughts on that, Diesel?
Double I skills. Thank you very much, mate. Really nice comment. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. So Bellerin,
yeah,
is he still here? God, I don't read much about Bellerin at the moment. He's had a bit of a lucky escape, hasn't he? What was that? Sorry, Till. Say again.
Basically, apparently, Inter Milan are moving decisively for Hector Bellerin.
Listen, I don't care who it is who comes along. The first offer, take it. You know what I mean? As much as I don't rate Bellerin, he is a player that you can still get a bit of money for. And I think, if what's the going rate for someone like him? What, 18, 19 million, something like that, 20 million tops? If we get that, take it. I mean, seriously, take it. I mean, I think we got him on a free. Either way, where money's in, innit? Where quid's in, we've made a profit on him. But listen, we've got to start afresh, as we all say, we need an overhaul. He's one of them. Him and Xhaka are probably the main two, the very first two I would get rid of. He's got to go. He's got to go. I think he will go this summer. I think he will go, but I don't care who it is. The first offer that we receive, snap their hand off for it. I would.
Totally agree with you, mate. If we can get another 20 million for him, 20 million for Xhaka, obviously we've got the likes of Torreira, Guendouzi. We don't know what's happening with Eddie and Tekir yet. There's a few players out there still that we can at least raise 80 to 100 million on about 8 players that still need to go out in my eyes. Diesel, 100 million. We look like we're getting 2 in for what, about 25 million. You know what I mean? And we're still carrying on. Obviously, we've got Ben White. If that goes over, yes or no, if you agree with it or you don't agree with it. But you know what I mean? There is money there. There is money there to go out and spend. And I don't understand why people were saying probably that, we're buying low-key players for Panland money sort of thing, and we haven't got money to go out there and buy. It's a load of rubbish, Diesel.
Yeah, listen. If you go through the squad, right? If you go through the players that we need to sell, you can easily raise 100 million.
Exactly.
Let's be honest. Imperative views. Aubameyang. Would you sell him? Yes, I would. If a bid come in of 25 million, I'll take it. I want Aubameyang sold. I want him sold. I don't want him here. I know I'm a minority, that player, I've lost a lot of respect for Aubameyang. He was walking in games last season. His attitude, his body language, he didn't want to be here. He wasn't playing for Arteta. Whether he likes him or not, that's irrelevant. He's got a job to do. This is his job, right? I see him pulling out of tackles. We lose. He doesn't do the after-match, press conference, which he should be doing because that's his duty as a captain. He doesn't do it. So Tierney has to do it, or someone like that. He ducks his duties. No, he's a coward. I don't want him here. I want him out. I want him gone. Should stay, but be a super sub. Me personally, I'd sell him. I'd sell him. I would sell him. But like I say, I am the minority. Good.
We've been going for an hour. I just want to quickly get these two bits in, Diesel, just to get your point off, because I know they're talking points and a couple of people have said it. Not Arsenal related, but obviously looks like Rafa Benitez is going to be the new Everton manager. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, top manager. I'd have taken him. Yeah, look, I think it was always on the cards. It's obviously now it's official. It's been signed, etc. I know there's a lot of people who are not happy with it, mostly Everton fans. Well, a section of the Everton fans anyway. But he's a top manager. He is, he's a top manager, and I think he's a steady hand, and I think he's. I agree with him on what he said. I think because I read the press conference he did, and he said, "Look, it's a club that's going places." And Everton have been a bit of a sleeping giant over the years. I think especially in the David Moyes era, they had little to no money. Always finished in the top 8. Now there's huge investment going in. Usmanov is over there. And obviously, when they got Ancelotti come in, I mean that's a grade A manager in my opinion. Everton would never have got a manager of that caliber years ago, and to get another top class manager in Benitez, that sort of tells me that now that is a process. That is where I look at it and I think, yeah, do you know what? There's investment being pumped in. It seems like the owner there, he's got plans, for that club. He's gone hell for leather with regards to the managers. So yeah, for me. I get it in a way with a certain, the section of Everton fans. Like he's an ex-Liverpool man, and he won trophies at Liverpool. I do get it, but at the end of the day, sometimes you've got to overlook it. Listen, I said to you earlier on, fans are fickle. The minute he wins a game or he wins a couple of games, these fans are going to be off his back anyway, right? Yeah. Fans don't care about stuff like that. They will now because it's fresh and all that, but we're all fickle, yeah? We could be on Aubameyang. Look at what I say about Aubameyang, and I'll stand by that. Anyone else, most other fans, all he's got to do is get a tap in. Oh, Aubameyang, I love you. That's fans, isn't it? That's fans. But he's got a bit to prove there, mate. But he wanted to come back. I know he had offers from Serie A in particular, but he wanted the Premier League. And I've always liked Rafa. He just comes across as a nice bloke. He comes across as a good manager. He's never rude. He's a top manager. Everywhere he's been, he's won trophies. Good luck to him.
Jake, you're right. He said if Rafa loses a few of his opening games, he's fucked. You're right there. Just like you said, do you know what I mean? Fans are very fickle. Do you know what I mean? You look at Mourinho at Tottenham. Mourinho in his interviews when he was at Chelsea manager said he would never ever manage Tottenham, never. And yet, Tottenham opened him. Well, some fans opened him, wished him opened arms, and took him in. And then look what happened. For me, listen, I've got nothing against Rafa Benitez, like you said, Diesel. He seems like a top bloke. He seems like a really nice person. But for me, it's just the same old, isn't it? I mean, I heard all of this when Carlo Ancelotti was going to Everton. Oh, now this would be a rebuild. Now, he's got chairman behind him that's got money and they're going to help rebuild. Is he just going there to do what happened to Ancelotti? Like in next season or a season after, some other big team comes knocking on the door and then he's off again. You know what I mean? So for me...
Yeah, but you say that, Tel, but you know that's your little way of having a little parting shot at Everton. Look, at the end of the day, you run that risk with anyone you hire. It doesn't matter if they get Rafa Benitez there, right, and he flops, and they sack him. Yeah. I guarantee Everton will go out and get another top manager. You know, they'll keep doing that. Same as any club would until they get it right. Eventually, they will get the right one. You know, it's law of averages. It's a numbers game. You know, you know that. It's like I said to you, you know, you get your first girlfriend. It doesn't work out. What? Do you never touch a bird again? You know, you go through them until you make the right one. That's what they say. You've got to kiss a few frogs to get your princess. It's the same thing in football. It's the same thing. So I think it's a bit unfair of you, Tel, to, you know, talk about Everton like that. Jimmy D, if he's in the chat,
I feel sorry for Everton. I don't think... Me personally, I don't think the fans will get on board with him.
On,
I mean, you've got a well-known radio star out there in Rick Parry, who's absolutely against the signing, absolutely against it. Do you know what I mean? Like you said, though, if he goes in there and he wins, he will soften their hearts, obviously. But will he do that? I heard all of this with Ancelotti, and look where they ended up, 10th place. That's what I'm saying. I heard all of this. So is he going to change? Hopefully it will for Everton. Hopefully they will go up the league and Rafa does do the job for them. But like I said to you, it's like the same old, same old. I keep hearing this, that these top managers are come in and do this for their teams. I told you Mourinho wouldn't win anything at Tottenham. I was right. I told you that Ancelotti wouldn't do anything with Everton. I was right. So will Rafa go in and absolutely change them around, and will he stay there and do a rebuild what Everton need and push them up the table for a few years?
So if you had your own business, what would you do? Would you just give your sales manager role to anyone, or would you hire the best person for it?
Like you said, I would go for the right candidate and the one that I really believe in. That's what I personally would do. I wouldn't go for, like you're saying, like we were saying earlier on, just because this player is worth 100 million like Jordan Sancho, that he should get it over someone like Tavares, who's coming in for Arsenal. That's what I'm saying. Just because that doesn't mean that there's never an underdog. Diesel, it doesn't mean that. This is what I don't understand. If that was the case, right? Do you remember? Because I remember when, you know what I mean, when you used to go for a job, right? You used to go for a job years ago when we was younger, anyway, and people would say, "Oh, you'd need 3 years experience. You'd need 4 years experience." But why do you need that? Why do you need that? You know, you can learn on the job, and sometimes there's people out there that will learn really quickly and be absolutely fantastic at their job.
Yeah, I get that, but then this is football, Tel. You know,
I know it's totally different. I'm just giving
you I get what you're saying, but there are some high pressure jobs where you've got to, you don't have a 6 month, a 6 month like grace period. To settle, you've got 6 months to settle. Just get to meet everybody and take your time and all that rubbish, right? We're paying you thousands upon thousands a week. You've got to be hitting it now. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where it obviously it is different. Surely as an owner, yes, if you've got to pay a bit more money, I think imperative view said it. Look, the higher the risk, the bigger the reward. And I think, if you've got a manager out there who's proven, he's won trophies, let's be honest, look at what he did at Newcastle. For me, one of his biggest achievements. Now, people can say, what do you mean by that? He didn't win nothing at Newcastle. Hang on a minute. This man had no money. Now, we're very quick on here to say, I'd like to see him do it at a club with no dollar. Well, this man was doing it. How he kept that team, and that was a poor team. Kept them in, season out, working under a prick like that. And he had no dollar. I'll tell you something. He's been at clubs where he's had loads of that. He's been at a club where he's had none of that. And do you know what I mean? Come on, I'll tell you something. It's a good appointment. Good time will tell. Don't get me wrong.
I'm not saying it ain't a great appointment. What I'm saying is that all I'm trying to say is that I've heard it before. That's all I'm saying. I heard this. The same is imperative for you, just saying his CV is fantastic. That's all everybody said about Ancelotti. He's won things everywhere. he's gonna take Everton and he's gonna move them up the table. He's gonna do things with Everton. Same as Mourinho. What I'm trying to say is, it doesn't happen all the time. Just because it is there, yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic that the CV has got all this and all that on. Brilliant. But if you ask an Everton fan at the moment, what did you think of Ancelotti while he was at your club? What could they possibly say? What could they turn around and say? Well, do you know what? For Everton, he wasn't that great, but everywhere else he was absolutely phenomenal. Like we said earlier on, Diesel, who cares about what he done everywhere else? Who cares what these players do on their international? All you're bothered about is for your club. Your club. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, let's move on for that because we've really got to move on with time now. Nuno apparently going to Tottenham. I've heard this, but I mean, everyone, I think Matt Hancock's in there with a big chance, Diesel. There's a few people in there with a big chance of being the manager at Tottenham at the moment. Quick thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that's going to be. I think that will happen. I think they've offered it to everyone else, and no one wants it. So I think. No, do you know what?
You know what makes me laugh, people? You know what makes me laugh? There's only one person out there that has put his hat in the ring. And he's publicly said it on BBC thing. And that's Jurgen Klinsmann. He said he would love to manage Tottenham. He's been an old player there. He's apparently spoken to him. So the one person that has put his hat in the ring and they still haven't gone to him for. So what's going on, Diesel?
I know, it's mad, isn't it? Even like Jamie O'Hara's looked at it and thought, nah, stop that. This is him. This is Jamie O'Hara's a numpty, mate. Oh, do you know what? I don't know. Listen, I've seen a lot of Spurs fans having a meltdown because, listen, it's that part of the. It's that part of the year in it where you can't really buy players unless you got a manager. You know, it's very hard to attract players because the first question a player asks is, "Who am I playing for?" Yeah. You know, and that let's be honest. You know, it depending on who the manager is, can have a big say in a player opting to sign for Spurs. At the moment, they're managerless. You know, and this is what I'm saying. You know, this is a time they need to hurry up and get that sorted. Yeah, Ryan. Listen, Ryan, mate, please. Do you know what? I want him to get it. I hope he stays there. I hope he does. Because with him there, Spurs ain't doing nothing next season. But listen, I do think the Nuno thing will get done. I think he'll just get to a point where he might look at it, play it smart, and say, look. You know, how much we talking here? Because I know you're desperate. No one else wants it. So add another 0 to that and I'll sign it. Do you know what I mean? It might be one of them.
Might be.
But
and just quickly, Diesel, let's finish on this. Obviously, it looks like Arsenal legend is going to be the next Crystal Palace manager, Patrick Vieira.
These will have a sniff on the go, can't smoke it, laughing hard. Yeah. Come on, double I skills. Sick name. Yeah, do you know what? Welcome to him, Till. If I'm honest with you, I don't want him at Arsenal. I love Vieira as a player, but I don't want. Listen, you know my thoughts on ex-players being there. Not for me at all. I've never been a fan of it. People think that, they'll just emulate what they did at the club as a manager to what they did as a player. It never works that way. I can't knock him for taking it. You know, I know he's always wanted a job in the Premier League. And do you know what else? I'm gonna say this. Do you know another reason why I'm glad he's got that job? Because it's nice to see a black manager in the Premier League. Because I'll tell you something. There is something, and I don't want to get too deep, right? But at the end of the day, yeah, there is an issue there, in my opinion. I really don't. That's historic, yeah. So it's nice to see a black manager getting a chance. Yeah, and I'm glad it's him because obviously we all love Vieira. Yeah, no, Graham was an ex-player. Yeah, and listen, at the time, I probably wouldn't have been for it, but it's just an opinion. Yeah. We don't always get it right.
Yeah,
we don't always get it right. But no, listen, Patrick Vieira, respect. He's earned it as well because I know he's worked his way up. And you know what? I've seen other managers just handed big jobs and they've done nothing for it. He's actually had to work for it. So do you know what, Patrick? If you ever watch this stream, I doubt you will, but if you ever do, fair play to you. And it's nice to see a black manager in the Premier League. I will say that. Go on.
Listen, just quickly, I'm just going to say good luck to him. I'm a bit like Diesel. To be honest, I think it's an hard gig for him. I think it's a really no disrespect to Crystal Palace. Yeah. No, I don't mean that in any way, but I just think it's an hard job. I don't think they've got the best of squads, to be honest. I know there a lot of people rave about their squad. I'm not overly struck on it, to be honest. I'm not a lover of Wilfred Zaha. I think that's another player that's very, very overrated. I never ever wanted him at Arsenal. I think he's a big flop, to be honest. Easy looked quite good, to be honest.
I like him.
Yeah, he looked quite a good midfielder, but I think it's going to be an hard gig for him. But good luck to him. I wish him all the best. Maybe we can send him a few players that we need to get out on loan, young players, and that help him out, and he can give them experience and that. That would go our way. I wouldn't mind that, and go from there. But listen, good luck to him, and well said, Diesel. Yeah, we need more black managers, and any colour managers, everyone. We need them all as diverse in the Premier League. So yeah, good luck to him. Diesel, we've been going for an hour and 15 minutes now. I think that called it a day, mate. It's been great to get back to Arsenal, mate. It's been great to get back to Arsenal.
Isn't it?
It's it's great to get back to Arsenal. The thing that we love best, let's be honest, it's our bread and butter. I mean? So I can't wait to be honest, I'm looking forward to obviously England in later rounds, but we've only got a couple of weeks of that to go, and then I just want to get straight back onto Arsenal, mate. Which we all love best, and that's our business, mate.
Nothing beats talking about the Arsenal. It's just the one thing I actually know anything about. It's nice to be able to participate in a conversation, not think, I'm gonna have to wing this one. But it is. Listen, I'm not really. Look, I've said it to you before. I'm not ashamed to say it. I've never been an international fan. I haven't. Listen, I'm glad we got through. But it's horrible to watch. I've never, and that's historic for me. I've just never been an international fan. I'm all about the club. And I think a lot of people like that. Some people just ain't got the bottle to say it. But listen, that's me. You know what I'm like. I'm too truthful at times, and it probably goes against me. But I just don't like watching England. I never have done. I'm more concerned about what's going on at the Arsenal, because that's the one thing that sort of gets my emotions going. So I'm more interested in seeing because that's the club I've been following since I was a kid. And obviously that's obviously from man and boy. Do you know what I mean? So talking about the club and obviously what's going on. What players are coming in, what players we're getting rid of. That's what I'm interested in. The Euros are coming to an end as well. So obviously, I think I would assume as soon as that's done with, that's where we're going to see a lot more deals happening with not just us but other clubs as well. I think because I think haven't we got an early sort of transfer window? I think when it shuts, I think is it normally a week or I think it's a week or two earlier than it normally is. A lot of clubs, they've got to start getting to work. Some clubs have got to hurry up before they can even think about signing players. They need to get a bloody manager. So, boom! Got to get that in. But, So,
David, you're definitely right, mate. We'll get member stream sorted. We'll get it sorted for the next one we do, and we'll let you know exactly when it is, David. You're totally right. We'll definitely get onto that, mate. But
next week, David, we'll do one. What's today? Wednesday, Monday. Should we do one Monday?
Monday. There you go. Yeah. You didn't even need to wait for the next show. That's how quick we work. Monday, member stream. We'll sort out a time for you, and we'll get it advertised. Anyone, please. hit the like button on your way out. That's all we ask for. Hit the like button and share every time that we put it on social media, just to get the word out there and help us. Double I Skills, thank you very much for your comments, mate. First time here. Absolute brilliant. Hope you love the Banster family and us two guys, or just one of us. I know you're a big fan of Diesel. That's no problem. But yeah, you know what I mean? Look at him. Look, he's blushing again.
I'm a fan of him.
Last words, Diesel. Last words.
All women imperative. Oh, Dave, you know me, son. You know me. Come on. Thank you, Samuel L. Jackson there. Yeah, so look, it's not just me. It's all about the club football. It's more exciting. Gets our juices flowing, Samuel L. Jackson, doesn't it? Yeah, last words. Guys, thank you very much once again for tuning in. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the interaction. Yeah, we're going to get back to obviously doing what we do. We have missed it. We miss talking, about our club. It's nice to do a stream on a bit more of a brighter note rather than a rant, because we can see that obviously, things are starting to happen. And listen, I'm a massive believer in credit where credit's due. So if Arsenal can get these two signings over the line, then do you know what? Fair play to them. It's nice to see us doing a bit of business early doors for a change, instead of always, being last minute. So yeah, listen, fair play. Hopefully there's plenty more to come. And I think there will be, if I'm honest. So yeah, watch this space. Anything that pops off will be there. Big up to everyone watching on Facebook as well. Now, guys, anyone who's on Facebook, please follow us. We're really trying to grow that. And it's not as easy as what I thought. I thought it'd be a piece of piss, but it's not. No, please, anyone who's on it, please follow us. And as Terence said, smash the likes, subscribe, and share. And let's really grow this bloody channel, eh? Why not? Should we do that, guys? Shall we? Yeah? All right, then. Smash it. Thank you.
I want to say big up to Abdul and all for all the thumbnails he's doing. Absolutely fantastic. Smashing out the park. The thumbnails are spot on. They're sick. They're lit, as we're now saying. They're lit.
You have to say lit, man. It was ping. The thumbnails are ping.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. I want to say thank you, guys. Honestly, we really do appreciate you coming over every time that we go live. Don't forget to hit that notification bell every time we go live. Advertise. It will come straight up on your thing, and you can share it for us on everything. I know some people ain't got it on social media, but load more people have. Please just help us share the stuff when we put it out there. Because once it, we put it out there and you put it out to your friends, they put it out to their friends, and so on. We get more people interested, and hopefully more people coming over to watch the channel and help us out. So thank you very much. Everyone stay safe. Until then, we'll see you soon, probably tomorrow. So keep tuned. Last word is, am I seeing things or is Diesel turning? Keep that in mind.
Chance, mate, no chance. I'll set her out.
It's nice to see a smile on Diesel's face when we talk about Arsenal. Everyone, see you soon. Love yous. Stay safe. Arteta.